guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I am the crochet designer and business strategist here behind A Crafty Concept. I'm going to show you how I organize all of my scrap yarn so it is ready to be used and not cluttered and not getting all knotted up and turning into yarn bomb that I just can't do anything with and I end up having to throw away. So I'm going to show you all the things that I use to organize my yarn, just in case you don't have a method for organizing your yarn, and this might be helpful for keeping your craft space extra nice and tidy in 2021. So here are some of the things that you might need. Multiple sizes of Ziploc bags. I like to use some big ones and I also like to use some little ones for different things, and I will show you in a minute. Rubber bands. I am running out of rubber bands. These are all that I have left. I'm gonna have to go through my craft room and find others because I've got them stuck on doorknobs and stuff all over the place. But you will need some rubber bands to help secure your yarn balls. I've also seen people use bobby pins and hair clips before, but this is the method that I use. I'm going to show you how I do it, and then you guys can leave some comments below to tell other people how you do it so we can all just help each other out as a wonderful yarny community. Okay, so you probably know after you make something, after you crochet something, this is what you're left with. A half a skein of yarn that could very easily get messy and out of hand. When my skeins are about this size left over, I turn them into a cake with my yarn winder. I have an electric yarn winder that is Boyd brand, and it was discontinued a long time ago. So unfortunately, I can't give you a link for that, but there are some handheld, hand cranking yarn winders that you can get instead that will turn this into a little cake that has a center pull and is easier to store. I store all of my little cakes in crates that I have pushed up against a wall. And whenever I want to design something new or make something quick, the first thing I do is go to my crate wall before I go to my big yarn wall so I can use up some of the partial skeins that I have before I dive into a brand new skein. But after you use this skein, it's gonna get really sloppy and it's not gonna look like this. This is an original skein. We're gonna pretend this is too little to cake. So we're gonna ball it, and I'm gonna show you how I ball my yarn. For those of you who may have never balled yarn before, let me change the camera angle so I can sit down. Okay, I hope this isn't weird for you. This is as far down as my ring light will go. So I'm gonna show you how I ball up my yarn. Just start running it over my 3 fingers like this. I like working from the center pole so my skein isn't flopping around all over. So I'm gonna go just around my 3 fingers like this. Look at that. Quit being crazy. Look, shoot. And then after you get a nice chunk around your 3 fingers, you just slide it off, and then you start wrapping around the center like you're making a little bow almost. What's this? And then you just kind of crumple it up into a little wad and keep wrapping and twisting, slowly going around all the areas of your yarn wad, and then it starts to look like a little yarn ball. So this is what I do when I have tiny partial skeins that are too small to cake. And then you just keep going until you get the whole thing all balled up, but I'm going to save some time and set this aside and show you some other balled up yarns that I've already got. Oh, this is my yarn winder that has been discontinued. That is the brand. This is my yarn storage. This little basket is where I keep my scrap yarn balls in here. After I get them balled up, I put a rubber band around them. I have very few Bernat blanket decor scrap balls, so I put them all in a giant Ziploc bag so they are just together. And if I need to make a quick project that uses blanket yarn, like a crafty facial round, free crochet pattern on my blog, I can go to my Bernat blanket yarn. This bag was a skein of Yarnado that I split up all the different colors and I just kept them together because it's all the same skein. This bag is City Beat from I Love This Yarn. So I have these tiny little leftover pieces from when I've made like multiple caravan beanies or something, and I didn't want to throw them away. Like if I need City Beat, I can look for the one that I need, because sometimes the colorways match up in different spots. So if I need one that's starting from the yellow spot instead of the gray spot, all of my City Beat scrap balls are together and I don't have to go digging through my giant thing of scrap yarn here. And this one has a rubber band, but it's not a rubber band, it's a ponytail holder, and it's getting a little sloppy. So every now and then we have to go back in. I usually like to wrap my rubber band so that it's covering in 2 spots and not just one. So this is a tiny rubber band, so it won't work for that. Let me show you. Well, this one's huge. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put it like this then it's nice and secure. Then I have my linen scraps, and then these are black and dark olive. This one's gray beard. So you can see that I use my little Ziploc bags and my big Ziploc bags depending upon how much of the same colorway of yarn that I have. This one is gray black. This one is Caron Simply Soft. And then I just have the rest of my yarn balls down in this big basket. And every now and then if I'm cleaning my room or something, I will throw a yarn ball in there that doesn't have a rubber band on it. But a lot of these already have rubber bands or ponytail holders. This one does not have a rubber band, but it's also one that I use a Ziploc bag for, so I can just clean up the ball and pop it in my dark olive Ziploc bag. But that's how I do it for the most of my yarn. Now you might be wondering what I do with my tiny little bitty scraps of yarn that aren't even this big. That is where these giant pickle jars come into play. But this is just my giant pickle jar of really small yarn scraps. But I use these for if I need to yarn for just sewing on tags or something like that. That's cotton. I also separate my cotton and my acrylic because I'm a crazy person. And if I want to make something that uses cotton, like the Crafty Facial Rounds, the border is just the cotton yarn. I can go to my scrap cotton before I go get a new skein of cotton. I know it's weird, but it works for me. Look at this tiny baby. Like, I can use this to attach tags onto something. I can use this if I lost at Yarn Chicken and I was so dang close to finishing a project. I can go into my tiny scrap balls and see if I have just enough to finish the project that I've been working so hard on. I hope this video was helpful for you and you now are inspired to organize your yarn. I have another video coming out soon that I'm going to show you what I do with scrap like tails. When you cut off your yarn and you have like a 6-inch tail left over, I'll show you what I do with those, and I'll also show you an alternative for what I do with these. It won't be out until April, and I'm sorry to give you like such a huge cliffhanger, but it is coming out for like Earth Day time situation because I'm going to show you how to save those tiny little scraps and these tiny little yarns and actually use them on future projects. So for now, I'm just showing you how to organize your yarn. I hope it helps you get your craft room nice and organized so you can start off 2021 with a clean, fresh new slate in your craft space or your craft corner or your craft chair, wherever you spend time crocheting. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and you would like more craft room organization videos. These are super fun for me. So if you want to see more things like this, let me know in the comments. Also hit that subscribe button if you would like free crochet patterns, crochet business tips, craft room organization, crochet pattern roundup ideas, marketing ideas, like all of the things. I release videos once a week. Have a fantastic day and I will see you in the next video. Bye.